Have you ever felt so exhausted that you don't know where your next breath of peace will come from? There are nights when you lie down and your mind keeps spinning, worrying about your children, your health, money that never seems enough, that sick relative, and so many things beyond your control. And in those moments, when everything feels too heavy to bear alone, you need to know something fundamental that will change your perspective tonight. Stay with me for this hour, because together, we are going to discover an ancient truth that is as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. Welcome to Psalms with David. Psalm 121 begins with an honest question, a question you've probably asked yourself more times than you can count. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? It's curious how this psalm begins, because it doesn't start with an answer, but with a search. The psalmist looks toward the mountains, and in that gesture, there is something deeply human. When we are overwhelmed, when life feels heavy, we instinctively look for something greater than ourselves. Think of those mountains for a moment. For the ancient Israelites, mountains were places of encounter with the divine. Moses went up Mount Sinai to receive the commandments. Elijah heard God's gentle voice on Mount Horeb. Mountains represented stability, permanence, something that had been there long before they arrived and would remain long after they left. When everything in your life seems constantly changing, when you feel like you are walking on shifting sands, you need something immovable to cling to. But here's something interesting. The psalmist doesn't say that his help comes from the mountains. No, the mountains are only the starting point of his gaze. They are a reminder that there is something bigger, higher, beyond his immediate circumstances. How many times do we get stuck staring at our problems so closely that they seem like mountains impossible to climb? And the psalm invites us to lift our eyes, to change our perspective. My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Here is the answer, and it is a response that changes everything. It does not come from our own strength, from our bank account, or from the approval of others. It comes from the Creator of the universe. But notice something important. It doesn't simply say, the Lord. It says, the Lord, who made heaven and earth. This small phrase changes everything. When you are awake at 3 a.m, worrying about how to solve a problem that seems unsolvable, remember this. The same God who arranged the galaxies, placed the stars in their positions, and designed the solar system with a mathematical precision that still amazes us, that same God cares about you. The one who created the vastness of the ocean, and also the intricate detail of a flower, that is the one who watches over you. Sometimes we think our problems are too small for God, or too complicated, or too mundane. We worry about bothering Him with the everyday things of our lives. But the God who designed both the elephant and the ant, who pays attention to both the whale and the butterfly, does not consider any detail of your life too insignificant. If He designed a universe where every atom matters, every one of your concerns matters to Him. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. This is one of those promises you need to let sink deeply into your heart. Your foot. It doesn't say the feet of someone special or extraordinary. It says your foot. The feet that walk through your kitchen each morning. The feet that take you to work, to the store, to visit loved ones. Those feet, your particular walk, your unique journey, are under His care. The image of the foot that does not slip is powerful. We have all experienced that moment of panic when we lose balance, when we feel we are about to fall. In ancient Israel, mountain paths were treacherous. One misstep could mean a deadly fall. But beyond the physical, this promise speaks to all those times in life when you feel like you are about to stumble. when illness threatens, when finances falter, when relationships fracture, when you feel on the edge of an abyss. And here is something that should take the worry from your mind and give you peace instead. The one who watches over you does not sleep. Think about what that means. When you finally manage to fall asleep after hours of tossing and turning, he is awake. When you rise before dawn with that weight on your chest, he was already awake. There is no night shift in heaven. There are no moments when you are alone, unprotected, forgotten. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The psalm repeats this idea, and the repetition is not accidental. It's as if the writer knew we need to hear it twice to believe it. In the ancient world, night guards sometimes fell asleep on duty, with disastrous consequences. But your guardian never blinks, never gets distracted, never has a lapse. When your children were little, you probably experienced those nights when you barely slept, always alert to any sound from their rooms. That constant vigilance, that love that never rests, is only a pale reflection of how God watches over you. And the wonderful thing is that while you need sleep, he does not. You can rest because he never sleeps in his watch over you. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shadow at your right hand. The right hand, in biblical culture, was the hand of strength, action, and blessing. It's where you protect yourself in battle, where you hold your shield. And the psalm says, God is your shadow precisely there, at your point of greatest vulnerability and also of greatest strength. Think of a shadow for a moment. A shadow follows you wherever you go. You cannot lose it. You cannot leave it behind. It is with you constantly. But a shadow also protects you from intense heat. In the Middle Eastern desert, shade is not a luxury, it is necessary for survival. The heat of the day can be deadly. And the psalm tells us that God is that protective shadow that shields us from the scorching heat of life's circumstances. How many times have you felt the heat of pressure, of demands, of expectations? The heat of criticism, judgment, rejection. The heat of sickness, loss, pain. And in the midst of it all, there is a shadow that covers you, that gives you breath, that protects you from being consumed by the heat. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. This is a promise of complete protection, 24 hours a day. The sun represents the obvious dangers, the threats you can see coming, the worries that keep you busy during the day, bills, responsibilities, decisions to make. They are real, tangible, right in front of you. But the moon represents something different. It represents the fears that come when darkness falls, the anxieties that amplify at night. In the ancient world, moonlight was believed to cause madness, hence the word lunatic. It represents those irrational but paralyzing fears that assail us in the dark. Fear of the unknown, of what might happen, the terrible scenarios our imagination builds in sleepless hours. And the psalm says, neither the heat of the day nor the cold of the night, neither the obvious worries nor the hidden fears. None of these things has the power to destroy you because you are under care that covers every hour, every moment, every circumstance. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. This is an absolute promise, and like all absolute promises, it needs to be understood correctly. It does not mean you will never experience difficulties. The psalmist himself, who wrote these words, knew suffering. The people of Israel, to whom this psalm is addressed, faced exiles, wars, and famines. So what does it mean that God will keep you from all harm? It means that no evil has the last word over your life, that in the midst of pain, there is purpose, that through difficulty, there is growth, that beyond darkness, there is light. Evil cannot touch the deepest part of who you are, your soul, your essence. Circumstances may touch you, but they cannot destroy your spirit when it is anchored in this truth. He will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. Here is the promise that closes the psalm, and it is a promise that encompasses everything. Your coming and going. It's a Hebrew way of saying everything you do, every time you leave your home, and every time you return. Every new beginning and every ending. Every departure and every arrival. Think of all the comings and goings in your life. That morning, when you left your childhood home to start your own life. When you entered the hospital to give birth to your children. When you left the doctor's office with a difficult diagnosis. When you started that new job that scared you so much. Every transition, every change, every threshold you have crossed in your life, He has been there. And He wasn't only there in the past, from now and forever. This promise stretches into the future, to all those thresholds you have yet to cross. That difficult conversation you need to have. That change you see coming that frightens you. That loss you know you will face someday. That door that will close, and that other that will open. He will be there, watching over your coming and going, forever. This word should stop us. It is not only for this difficult situation you are going through now. It is not only until things get better. It is forever. It is a promise that transcends time, that goes beyond this life. It is the assurance that you will never, ever be alone or unprotected. Now, I want you to think about your life for a moment. All those times when you felt on the edge of a cliff and something held you. Those times when you thought you couldn't take another step, yet somehow you found strength. Those circumstances that seemed impossible to overcome, and somehow you did. It was not luck. It was not coincidence. It was this promise manifesting in your life. How many times have you not realized that you were being kept? The accidents that didn't happen, the illnesses that didn't touch you, the decisions that could have been disastrous, but turned out well. We look so much at the problems we face that we forget all the problems from which we were protected without even knowing it. And here's the beauty of Psalm 121. It does not ask you to be perfect to receive this protection. It doesn't say, "The Lord will keep those who never make mistakes, who always have strong faith, who never doubt." No, He keeps you as you are, with all your imperfections, all your fears, all your doubts. Because this psalm is not about what you can do. It's about what God does. You only need to lift your eyes, recognize where your help comes from, and trust. And trusting doesn't mean not being afraid. Trusting means moving forward despite fear, knowing you are not alone. There will be days when you wake up and feel like you cannot go on. There will be moments when tears flow, and you don't know how you will solve what you face. There will be dark nights of the soul when it seems God is far away and help does not arrive. But this psalm reminds you that feelings are not the full reality. The reality is that there is a keeper who never sleeps, who is closer than your next breath, who holds you even when you don't feel it. When children grow up and leave, and the house feels empty. When the body begins to show the years, and health is not what it once was. When lifelong friends are no longer there. When you look in the mirror and see a stranger. When you wonder what your purpose is now that so much has changed. In all those moments of transition, loss, and transformation, the Lord watches over your coming and going. Life does not get easier over time. In many ways, it becomes more complicated. Responsibilities change, but do not lessen. Now perhaps you care for aging parents in addition to worrying about adult children. Financial worries often intensify when you think of the future. Health becomes a more present concern. And amid all this, you need this truth anchored deeply in your heart. You have a guardian who knows every hair on your head, who counts every tear you have shed, who understands every sigh that escapes your chest in moments of weariness, who sees every effort you make, even when no one else notices, who values every small act of love you give, even if it goes unseen, who celebrates every victory, no matter how small, who holds you in every fall. And this guardian not only knows you, he loves you. He loves you with a love you cannot earn and cannot lose. He loves you on your best days and your worst days. He loves you when you feel beautiful and when you feel invisible. He loves you when you are at your best and when you are difficult even to yourself. This love does not fluctuate with your performance, nor depend on your perfection. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Perhaps today your mountains are the medical results you are waiting for. Perhaps they are that family relationship that seems impossible to heal. Perhaps they are the finances that don't balance, no matter how you juggle the numbers. Perhaps it is the loneliness that follows you, even in the midst of people. Perhaps it is the pain of a grief that does not end. Perhaps it is simply the accumulated exhaustion of years of giving and giving without feeling you receive. Whatever it is, lift your eyes. Don't only look at the problem. Look beyond. Look higher. Not because the problem is not real or important, but because there is something bigger than the problem. There is someone greater than the problem. Where does my help come from? This question is valid. It is not a lack of faith to ask where help will come when you are in the midst of a difficult situation. It is human. It is honest. And God honors your honesty more than your pretense of having everything under control. My help comes from the Lord. It comes. It does not say came in the past. It does not say will come in a distant future. It says comes in the present continuous. Help is coming now, in this moment, as you hear these words. You may not see it yet. You may not feel it yet, but it is on its way. The Lord, who made heaven and earth. This is not a small, limited God who can barely manage his own problems. This is the Creator, the architect of the universe, who holds the galaxies by his word. And that almighty God, that infinite God, looks at you and says, "You matter to me. Your life matters to me. Your concerns matter to me. Your pain matters to me. Your future matters to me." He will not let your foot slip. Today, when you take that step you are afraid to take, when you make that decision that keeps you awake at night, when you face that conversation you've been putting off, when you try again after failing, remember, your foot will not slip. The path may be steep, it may be rocky, it may be cold or hot. You may be tired, but you will not fall. And if you feel you have already fallen, if you feel you slipped and are on the ground wondering how you got there, hear this. He also lifts up the fallen. He not only prevents falls, he restores after them. No fall is too great for his hand to reach. No failure so complete that his grace cannot redeem it. He will not slumber nor sleep, who watches over you. Right now, as you hear these words, he is awake thinking of you. He is orchestrating things you cannot see. He is moving pieces on the board of your life. He is preparing answers to prayers you have not even formulated yet. He is opening doors you thought were closed forever. He is healing wounds you thought were permanent. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. Israel means the one who struggles with God. And if you have ever wrestled with God, if you have prayed in struggle, questioned him, been angry at him, doubted him, still, You are part of this Israel. He keeps even those who wrestle with him. Perhaps especially those who wrestle, because that struggle shows that you care, that the relationship matters. The Lord is your keeper. Personal. Not a temporary bodyguard, not a hired watchman. Your keeper, assigned specifically to you, with your name written on his heart, familiar with every detail of your story, aware of every circumstance that has shaped you, knowledgeable of every wound you carry, witness to every battle you have fought, celebrator of every victory you have won. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. When you extend your hand to work, He is there. When you extend your hand to help someone, He is there. When you extend your hand to defend yourself, He is there. When you reach out for help, He is there. So close, so constant, so faithful. A presence that never abandons you, never tires of you, never judges you. The sun shall not strike you by day. The pressures of the day, the constant demands, the heat of responsibilities will not consume you. There will be long days, difficult days, days when everything goes wrong. But the heat will not destroy you because there is a shadow over you, a refreshment available, renewed strength for those who wait on the Lord. Nor the moon by night. Night fears, worries that grow in the dark, thoughts that assault you when everyone sleeps. These also have no ultimate power over you. You may turn on a light if you wish, but even in the dark, you are not alone. Darkness and light are the same to Him. He sees in the night as clearly as in the day. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. This is not a magic wand that makes all problems disappear. If it were, faith would be easy, and everyone would choose it. But it is something better. It is the promise that in the midst of evil, through evil, beyond evil, you will be kept in what truly matters: your soul, your essence, your relationship with God, your ability to love and hope. That will remain intact. You have gone through hard things in your life. We all have. And looking back, you can see how you survived things you thought would destroy you. That divorce you thought was the end of the world, and yet here you are. That loss you thought you'd never overcome, and yet you kept going. That betrayal you swore had broken you permanently, and yet your heart can still love. How? Because you were kept. Because there is a keeper. He will watch over your life. This is the deepest promise of all. Because your soul is eternal. Your body will age and eventually fail. Your circumstances will change 1,000 times. Your mind may start to fail with the years. But your soul, the part of you that is truly you, is completely safe forever in God's hands. Nothing can snatch you from His hand. Not death, nor life, nor angels, nor rulers, nor powers, nor the present, nor the future, nor height, nor depth, nor any other created thing can separate you from His love. The Lord will watch over your coming and going. Every day is a series of comings and goings. You leave your house in the morning, enter your workplace. Leave work, enter the supermarket. Leave the supermarket, enter your home. Small, constant transitions. And in each one, He is there. When you step out of your comfort zone into something new. When you enter a situation that scares you. When you leave one stage of life and enter another. And there are bigger transitions too. When you left singleness and entered marriage. When you went from childless life into motherhood. When your children left home and you entered the empty nest. When you moved from health into illness. Or from illness back into health. Every door, every threshold, every change, He has kept and will continue keeping. From now and forever. This is the moment. this instant as these words reach your ears. Now begins the promise. You do not need to wait until you feel more worthy. You do not need to first fix your life. You do not need to clean up your past. Now, just as you are, with all your mess, with all your doubts, with your entire story, now begins His active care over you. And forever means there is no expiration date. No point where God says, "Okay, that's enough. Now you must handle it alone." No. His commitment has no end. His love has no time limit. His patience never runs out. His faithfulness does not depend on yours. He remains faithful even when we are unfaithful, because He cannot deny Himself. Think of the beauty of this. In a world where everything is temporary, where relationships end, where people disappoint you, where jobs finish, where health fails, where treasured things are lost, there is something permanent. There is someone who will not leave you. There is a love that will never tire of you. There is a presence that will not abandon you. And this changes how you live. Not because everything is now easy, but because you know you are not alone in the hard times. You can be braver because you know if you fall, you will be lifted. You can love more freely because you know if your heart is broken, it will be healed. You can give more generously because you know there is an inexhaustible source supplying you. You can forgive more deeply because you have been forgiven of much. When you lift your eyes to the mountains, when you ask the question, "Where does my help come from?" It is not a theological exercise. It is a vital necessity. It is the cry of a heart recognizing its own limitation. And that recognition is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is the beginning of true strength, because the strength that comes from God never runs out like ours does. My help comes from the Lord. This answer should be repeated in your mind like a mantra when things get hard. It doesn't come from my own strength. It doesn't come from my bank account. It doesn't come from my health. It doesn't come from my family. It doesn't come from my intelligence. It comes from the Lord. And that is why it is reliable. And that is why it is enough. And that is why it will never end. The Lord, who made heaven and earth. Look around for a moment. Everything you see, He made. The sky above you, the earth beneath your feet, the trees that give shade, the flowers that give beauty, the birds that sing, the sun that warms, the moon that lights the night, the stars that decorate the sky. All of that came from His creative word, and that same word is available for your situation. He will not let your foot slip. Walk with confidence today, not because the path is easy or clear, but because the one guiding you knows every stone, every curve, every slope. He has walked this path before you. He has prepared the way for you. And when the path gets difficult, His grace is sufficient. His strength is made perfect in your weakness. Nor will He slumber who watches over you. You can close your eyes tonight in peace. You can release that problem you have been carrying mentally all day. You can rest your mind because there is a greater mind that never rests watching over you. And tomorrow, when you wake, you will find that He has already been working while you slept, preparing the day ahead. Behold, He who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. This repetition is not accidental. It is as if the Holy Spirit knows we need to hear it twice for it to penetrate our hard hearts of faith. He does not sleep. He does not even nod off. His attention over you is total, complete, continuous. You are seen. You are known. You are loved. You are kept. The Lord is your keeper. Personalize this. Say your name. The Lord is the keeper of Maria. The Lord is the keeper of Anna. The Lord is the keeper of Carmen. It is not an abstract concept. It is a specific reality for you. He knows you by name. He knows your story. He knows your pain. He knows your dreams. He knows your fears. And even knowing you completely, He loves you completely. The Lord is your shade at your right hand, closer than your breath, closer than your own thought. Where you go, He goes. What you face, He faces with you. You are never, not for an instant, without His presence. You may not always feel His presence, but feeling does not determine reality. He is there, constant as your shadow. The sun shall not strike you by day. Today may be a long day. It may be a difficult day. It may be a day when the demands exceed your resources. But grace is available. Strength that is not your own. A well from which you can drink that never runs dry. When you feel you cannot take another step, ask for help. Not from people first, although they can also help. Ask first from the one who never tires, who never exhausts, who has infinite resources. Nor the moon by night. And when night comes, when the world grows dark and you are alone with your thoughts, remember that you are not truly alone. Dark thoughts may come, fears may assault, worries may scream. But there is a stronger voice, a more real presence, a firmer truth. And that truth is that you are kept, even in darkness, even in doubt, even in fear. The Lord will keep you from all harm. Harm is not only what physically hurts you. Harm is everything that would separate you from God, everything that would steal your hope, everything that would destroy your ability to love and trust. And from that harm, from the deepest and real harm, you are protected. Difficult circumstances may touch you, but they cannot destroy your soul. Your body may hurt, but your spirit is safe. Your heart may break, but it will be healed. He will watch over your life. Your soul is more than your emotions, more than your thoughts, more than your body. Your soul is your eternal self, the part of you that will exist after this body returns to dust. And that part, the most important and real part of you, is completely safe. No matter what happens in this temporary life, your eternal life is assured, not because of what you have done, but because of what He has done. He will watch over your coming and going, every beginning and every ending, every farewell and every welcome, every door that closes and every window that opens, every loss and every gain, every death and every new birth. All life transitions, the expected and the unexpected, are under His vigilant care. From now and forever. It does not matter how old you are now. It does not matter how many mistakes you have made. It does not matter how many times you have failed. It does not matter how far you feel you have strayed. From now, from this very moment, His care is active over your life, and it will continue forever. Through this life and beyond it, through time and into eternity, forever. There is something deeply comforting in knowing there is someone greater than your problems, someone wiser than your confusion, someone stronger than your weaknesses, someone more faithful than your fluctuations. And that someone is not an impersonal force of the universe. It is a loving Father who knows you intimately and loves you unconditionally. Psalm 121 does not promise a life without problems. It promises a presence in the midst of problems. It does not guarantee you will never feel pain. It guarantees you will never be alone in pain. It does not assure everything will turn out the way you want. It assures that all will work together for your ultimate good, because you are loved by God. And this is the peace that surpasses all understanding. It is not the peace of having everything resolved. It is the peace of knowing the one who has everything resolved holds you. It is the peace of not seeing the entire path. It is the peace of knowing the one who sees the whole path. It is the peace of not feeling strong. It is the peace of resting in the strength of another. When life hits you hard, and it will, because that is life in this fallen world, remember these words. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Lift your gaze. Look beyond the immediate circumstance. Where does my help come from? Ask the honest question. My help comes from the Lord. Receive the true answer. The Lord, who made heaven and earth. Remember who it is that helps you. And then, with that truth anchored in your heart, face the day. Not with a fake smile pretending everything is okay, but with real confidence that even though not everything is okay, everything will eventually be okay, because you have a keeper. Not with a fake strength that exhausts you to maintain, but with an honest dependence that gives you access to the strength that never runs out. He will not let your foot slip. Take that step you are afraid to take. Nor will he slumber who watches over you. Let go of that worry you have been carrying. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. Trust that you are being cared for while you sleep. The Lord is your keeper. Believe that you have a personal protector. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. Recognize his constant closeness. The sun shall not strike you by day. Face the day's demands with his grace, nor the moon by night. Rest in the night with his peace. The Lord will keep you from all harm. Trust his protection. He will watch over your life. Rest in your eternal security. He will watch over your coming and going. Trust every transition, from now and forever. Embrace this never-ending promise. This psalm is more than beautiful words. It is a living reality. It is an invitation to a different way of living. A way where you do not bear the weight of your life alone. A way where you recognize your limitations without shame. A way where you receive help without feeling weak. A way where you rest in the midst of the storm because you know the one who calms the storms. And the beauty is that this way of living is available to you right now. You do not need to qualify for it. You do not need to earn it. It was already purchased for you on the cross. It is already available by grace. You only need to extend your empty hand and receive it. You only need to lift your tired eyes and see that help is already there. You only need to open your burdened heart and let in the peace that is already knocking at your door. So tonight, or this day, or this early morning, whatever moment these words reach you, make this psalm your own. Not just as a beautiful text, but as a living reality. Lift your eyes, recognize your need, receive the help, and walk in the confidence that you have a keeper who never sleeps, who will never abandon you, who loves you with eternal love. From now and forever, so be it in your life. May you know deeply, not just in your mind, but in your daily experience, that the Lord is your keeper, that he watches over your coming and going, that he protects you by day and by night, that he never falls asleep in his care over you, and that nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate you from his love. Amen.